Did you see the sunrise? Yeah, that was. I always liked that one. I always liked that one. Um, let's see. I had Bo Svensson was in that. He played the heavy in there. And Did You See the Sunrise? His buddy, whose name I can't get right now, gets blown up in the car, and it was meant for Tom Magnum to be blown up, and instead, his Navy buddy goes to start the car and gets blown up. And it flashes back to Bo Svensson, who had them all as prisoners in Vietnam, and who had killed one of them, shot him in the femoral artery when they were hanging in cages. And Jimmy Whitmore Jr. was in that. The thing that happened in that episode, and Did You See the Sunrise, that was so different in television, was at the end of it, Bo Svensson is standing there, and Tom knows he's killed his friend. Tom knows he shot him and killed another one of the team in Vietnam. And Bo Svensson is under the protection of being a Russian citizen and in the legation, and he has that kind of protection, is about to leave the island. And he's standing there, and he says to Magnum, you can't kill me. You can't shoot me. I'm unarmed. It's not your style. It's not the American way. And he says, "Das Vidanya," and turns and starts to walk away, and we're on Tom. And Tom says, "Ivan." And he turns back and says, "Yes." He says, "Did you see the sunrise this morning?" And Magnum turns and boom, fires right into camera. End of episode. That was another one that went, "You can't do this. You can't. You killed him in cold blood." And I said, "Yeah, but the guy really deserved it." And it was the reason he said, "Did you see the sunrise?" Things are coming back to me that I probably skipped here because it's part of it, is that his buddies said, "Let's drive up to the Pally and watch the sunrise," and jumped in the car to start it, and it got blown up. So he said, "Did you see the sunrise this morning?" And he shoots him in cold blood. We got about 95% of the mail that came in agreed with it. 5% didn't. But it was an amazing number of people who agreed with it. But then again, I made Bo so bad. I mean, it was like, just about the same as shooting Hitler. I mean, made him really a bad character. Jeff McKay played the other character. That's the name I was trying to think of. Jeff McKay was his buddy that got blown up. And I then put Jeff after that. I did that and killed Jeff, who was kind of a semi-regular on the show, to go into a show I was making called Tales of the Gold Monkey. And Jeff went into that show, and that show was on for a year. And I patterned that kind of after To Have and Have Not. Guy running around in the 30s, one of them's an alcoholic, and the other guy takes care of him. Instead of being the captain of a boat, as Bogart was, he had a plane, and it lasted a year, and then it went off the air. And Jeff said to me, "You got to bring me back on Magnum, man. I said, "How can I bring you back? I blew you up." He said, "Well, maybe Magnum's walking down the beach, and I just come out of the sky smoking and land next to him." I said, "Jeff, I can't bring you back." And he hammered at me. "Man, I need to come back. I need to be back on the show." So I went, okay. I know how I'm going to bring you back. And I brought him back. He's walking down the street. Magnum sees him and starts to follow him and can't believe it. you know? And he's dead ringer. It's him. And when Jeff's character finds out about it, he uses it against Magnum. Now, prior to that, Jeff McKay's character was always the one being used by Magnum. Frankly, being donuts to get some. He was a naval intelligence officer, get information and that. And I said, now here's what we're going to do. We're just doing a switch. Now you're going to use Magnum. You're going to find out what happened, and you're going to use his guilt on him. So you're really a nasty guy. But Jeff could never do it. He could never really go there. He was so used to playing the good guy that he just couldn't quite make the shift.